Good morning. Many local businesses are feeling the impacts of tariffs right here in San Luis Obispo. I'm your community reporter, Dylan Foreman, where one local business could be feeling the impacts in both a negative and positive way, as I looked into what local businesses are seeing and how it could affect prices.
More questions than answers for local businesses.
When do we increase prices? How much do we increase prices? How do we make sure that we're covering what we need to?
SLO Chamber of Commerce CEO Jim D'Antona issuing words of caution to those businesses from making drastic decisions.
Let's let this play out a bit before we actually make big decisions.
Decisions that could include dramatically increasing prices or cutting staff.
So what are the local impacts of these tariffs on businesses right here in San Luis Obispo?
This is one where I don't think people really understand how it's going to get paid, who's going to do what, how much do I have to eat, how much is my provider going to have to eat in terms of cost, and how much can I even afford to pass along that.
The global repair marketplace business iFixit began in San Luis Obispo in 2003, making repair guides and selling parts and tools with the majority of their supply chain overseas, according to the Director of Sustainability, Elizabeth Chamberlain.
Most of our tools come from Taiwan, so we design them in-house, and then we have manufacturer partnerships in Taiwan. Most of our parts come from China.
And like most businesses that get their resources from overseas, costs will rise with tariffs.
And so we're expecting that we'll be able to keep our prices where they are for a little while at least. But eventually, we expect that, unfortunately, as cost of goods go up, our cost of parts is going to have to go up. Our prices for parts will have to go up too.
But there's also a silver lining for iFixit.
Repair keeps things going without having to buy new goods.
In partnership with the Wall Street Journal and Tech Insights, iFixit found out the cost to make an iPhone for Apple rose from $550 to $850 with tariffs.
You can expect that, the cost of an iPhone is going to go up to you significantly more. People are going to see that cost hit their wallets. And at that point, buying a new iPhone doesn't look as exciting.
So for iFixit,
we think that repair makes more sense now than ever.
With D'Antona's message to all local businesses, communicate that the sky hasn't fallen just yet.
But get people comfortable with the idea that they can come back. And I think that's a communication piece between retailers and their customers that would be extremely beneficial.
Over the last few weeks, I've looked at different stories regarding tariffs with distilleries and manufacturers right here in your community. You can find those stories on KSBY.com. In San Luis Obispo, I'm Dylan Foreman, KSBY News.